Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So I teamed up with Mr. Dubs. We had to edit the video a little bit because we were both exhausted that day, so we kind of switched it mid-video. So instead of doing what we originally had planned, we decided to do 5 things we were going to do first, and then 5 things we were disappointed didn't make the game this year. So stick around for the video, stick around to the end for the good juicy parts. We had a lot of fun doing this, so enjoy the video.
Well, to make this a little different from the top 5 list we put out on the channel, I'm going to go with the first top 5 things I'm going to do as opposed to things I'm looking forward to most. I'll go with the first top 5 things I'm going to do in the game first. So first and foremost, obviously, creation suite. Like creating my wrestler. That's going to be the number one thing, whether that's within the island's creation suite first or it's going to be in the regular creation suite first. That really just depends on whether I'm going to start with the island or my rise. I think it's going to be my rise because I feel like that's going to be shorter than the island, a quicker playthrough, and there's going to be the unlockables I have to get out of there. So it'll likely just be going straight into the regular creation suite and creating my guy first. Number 2, once I've created him, the number 2 thing I'm probably going to do is actually go into community creations and just see what comes up on in the early times and see what little things we have up there. Probably not going to download anything, but just I always like to take a look at community creations early on. And then number 3 thing I'm probably going to do is either play through, it's either going to be the showcase gauntlet to unlock everything super quick so that I have the freedom to play showcase at my leisure. And then otherwise, so I'll say that'll probably be the third thing I do is probably showcase gauntlet. But if my character is fully created and everything else, then probably before I do showcase, I'll probably do my rise.
Okay.
But once I do the showcase gauntlet to unlock everything, that way I feel like I can take showcase at my own pace, and I don't have to worry about any of the objectives that I don't like doing, like Irish whipping your opponent into the northeast corner, get them leg health into red, and then the head into orange. All that stupid stuff. It's like, no, I can just go and win the match. I'm just gonna go and play it, win the match, and be done with it. So so number 4 is going to be what so we said. Number 4 was my rise, and then number 5 will probably be the showcase after I've gone through the gauntlet. So that'll be the first 5 things I do in the game.
Sweet. The first 5 things I'll do in the game. I'm getting dyslexic here. The first thing will be obviously trying out the new body morphing, or body selecting. I mentioned that in your video also. I just want to see what the extent is, like how many options we have, because they have it broken up into thin, medium, large, and there's a 4th one. Is it like obese? Like what's that 4th one? Is it like jumbo? Is it tentacles? Like what is it? Obviously it won't be that, but it'd be kind of funny if they went that route where it just has crazy, like you have squid arms or something. Like who knows? I mean, they're going the crazy route with the island, so that'd be kind of fun if they did that.
I hope that's your thumbnail now. I really hope
squid
you make
arms?
that your thumbnail.
For this video?
Just squid arms, just your character.
Yep.
I really hope this becomes your thumbnail. It's just your character with squid arms.
Doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh, amazing.
All right. Other than the body morphing, I want to try out the new hair system because I really think that's awesome. You could really make the mohawk look cool. And you can also use the dye system, which they said during, I want to say it was just Brian's interview or the Pro Wrestling Shoots video. I can't remember which one. Shout outs to both of them. But they said you can also use the dye system. So between the 2 blendings, you could also go in and add even more stuff to it. So I thought they would remove that when they added in this new stuff. No, all you have extra options now. So you can go nuts with the hairstyle. So that mohawk is going to look crazy this year. So keep an eye on Clint Streiser, the main character, the guy with the mohawk who's in the new opening now. So yeah, keep an eye on him because he's going to look awesome, and so is mine. Because I'm going to probably spend a whole 3 hours just on the hair being like, ooh, what are you going to do here? What do you... before I even get to actually making the character. So the 3rd thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go check out the My Rise mode after I get my character made, and I'm just going to play through that and try that out because I'm really curious how it differentiates this year. I don't know if I'm going to pick the female character or the male character first. I guess whoever I make first is the one I'll go play through first to try to get that content up on the channel quickest. And then the next thing I want to do is I'll probably just go through the roster and try to figure out who's unlocked right away. Because if Ultimate Warrior is unlocked, or the Macho Man Randy Savage, which I don't think they will be, I'll probably go do a match with them, just have fun, testing out the new interactive entrances with because I really want to try that out, like with the pyro, because they kind of took a little bit from
Just shoot off the pyro all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm just gonna be sitting there like I'm gonna try to get the game to crash, especially on PC. I'm gonna try like and see how many times you could set off the pyro. I want to make the game crash and really test that out. And then the next thing after that, I'll probably like you. I'm very curious how the island is going to be this year because it looks and sounds so much better than last year. Hopefully they have separate pools for your level up points, your unlock points, and then you have virtual currency, which supersedes everything. So you have different pools you can pick from, so you don't have to only rely on virtual currency. But I have a feeling it's going to be the same. So anyway, those are the 5 things I'm gonna do first. So let's go on to the next thing. The next thing are the 5 top things you're disappointed didn't make it into the 2K26 this year, and hopefully make it into the next game.
Well, number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, is story designer. Create a Story did not make it into the game this year. I really thought we were going to get it back. We've been asking for it for over a decade to make a return. Create a Story with the ability to upload your stories and download stories from community creations. Please, 2K, bring it back. We need it. Yes. We want it.
Yes.
We deserve it. Please. Please. So that by far is my number 1 disappointment. Number 2 is actually universe mode because I love it so much, and because we don't have story designer back, I'm actually really disappointed by a couple things. So I actually have a few points that'll be for universe. So number 2 is going to be the fact that we didn't get more rivalry choices as far as we have singles and we have tag teams. We didn't get multi-man rivalries, and we didn't get faction rivalries. So we didn't get 3-way or 4-way rivalries or faction rivalries. Huge disappointment there. I really thought this year there's so much focus around faction warfare on the island. We can now do our faction entrances with advanced editor, having like the 5-man entrances where we all pose at the same time. Everything's good. So much focus around factions this year, and we don't get faction rivalries in universe mode. So that is huge disappointment for me. And then my next one would have to be the fact, again, sticking with universe, we're not getting enough cutscenes, it seems like. Again, we don't know for sure until we have the game in our hands or creators go through and at the Creator Fest and go through it all. But I'm pretty sure the only real new cutscenes, at least the majority of them, are just going to be the new promo options. Well, awesome. The new promo options are great, and I'm excited for them. The lack of way more cutscenes, and when asked in one of the interviews, this is confirmed, there's no backstage cutscenes, no new backstage, no backstage interviews. Man, that's really disappointing for me. And then my other big disappointment that didn't make it into the game was definitely, I would have to say, the fact that we didn't get a new Hell in a Cell. We've had the same old crappy cell that you can't wrestle on the outside of the ring within the Hell in a Cell itself at all. You can't use weapons outside the ring in the Hell in a Cell. You can't set up tables. You can't do anything there. That sucks. Give us a new Hell in a Cell. Just make it bigger. We've had previous games on various consoles that had a much bigger cell that you could wrestle outside. You could set up tables, ladders, whatever you wanted on the outside of the ring and still wrestle outside like normal, but you still had the cell that you could break out of and climb and put them through. And that was when Hell in a Cell was my favorite match type. That's what makes Hell in a Cell my favorite match type, is you can have your regular match, you can dive to the outside, you can do all the things you'd normally do, set up ladders outside, set up tables. Let us just wrestle on the outside like it's a normal match, but have that cell structure there that we can break out of, climb the cell, put them through it, throw them off of it. Then it just becomes pretty much the best match type in the game. I want to return to form. I want that back. So that was a huge letdown that we're not getting that this year. And finally, I would probably say the last one is going to be on create a championship, but I can't say for sure now because we haven't seen it yet. It's either going to be, it's basically create an arena, create a championship. Because they didn't show us more, I feel like we're not getting it. So it's safe to say either one of these is going to be the same. Create a championship, not getting all of the, I know we're getting more, but all of the championship designs and shapes, especially for the strap and the main plate, we're not getting all of them as an option to use. Maybe we are this year, but they said we're getting more. I'm assuming we're not getting all of them because mainly the RGB, that light up title, that multiversal championship or whatever, I want to be able to customize that with my own logos, but still have a light up belt.
That would be so cool.
RGB and everything.
Yeah.
Or like that cool RGB light up title you mentioned, like that Naomi used to have.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to edit. I want to have animated like RGB light up titles that I can make, that I can have as a custom belt, that it has my own logos or whatever logos I want to put on it. So I want that. And on the Create an Arena side, staging. We need to be able to have all the stages from all arenas we have in the game as an option for Create an Arena. Why is that not the case? And on that same note is for staging, when you have staging elements, for example, if you're having a Nitro Arena and you have that WCW, the letters, they need to be interactable where you can throw your opponent into them, you can climb them, you can wrestle and fight on top of that lettering or on top of different environment things, and you can throw them off of it. You can do dives off it. You can do a Swanton Bomb off the WCW letters while they're laid out on a table down below. We see that kind of stuff in real wrestling. You see it in AEW. We've seen it in the past in WWE. I want that kind of, because that's like Here Comes the Pain kind of fun, where you could climb staging, jump off of stuff, jump off Titantrons. I want that kind of fun back in these games. So those are definitely the biggest disappointments I have with 2K26 of stuff that I hope comes next year and in the coming years. Really, really would like to see that stuff come in. Oh, and hashtag justice for Bret. Bret Hart needs a new model. Give us a new model. But that can't be mine yet, because hopefully they'll get him a new model. If we keep that hashtag trending and we keep getting on 2K about it, hashtag justice for Bret. We need a new model for Bret Hart. Please, 2K.
He's had the same model for a very long time, hasn't he?
Over a decade. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always been the same terrible model with the same terrible hair.
Yep. All right, so the 5 things that disappoint me the most about 2K26 or didn't make it into game this year were, number 1, even though we got body morphing back, we didn't get the slider system back. I was really hoping the body morphing slider system would be in the game, because that opens up so many possibilities for creating a wrestler. Again, I'm happy to have anything rather than nothing, so I'll take what they gave us. And even though the two-tone hair option is really cool, I was kind of hoping, I don't know if you guys have ever played a game called Code Vein. They have an option for the hair where you blend the 2 colors and you have like 50 different patterns that you can do and really totally go nuts with how it looks on your hair and stuff like that. That would be really cool to do, but I know this is just the beginning of it. Maybe it'll come later. Just like with Bret, the base model of Macho Man Randy Savage has been exactly the same for, I want to say, over a decade, or ever since he brought him back. And instead of just bringing him in...
But we're getting NWO Macho Man.
Well, yeah,
we're getting NWO Macho Man.
But that's DLC.
You'll have a good model there.
You have to pay extra.
Yeah, but you'll still have it.
Like,
yeah, but creators on Community Creations, they usually get out a similar model that's an actual editable creator wrestler. They did it for Nikki Bella and Goldberg last year, so fingers crossed.
So if you do get a new Bret, it'll be paid. I guarantee you, it'll be a paid, extra cost version of Bret Hart because they're not going to upgrade him. So you just literally, that's how it's going to happen, bro. That's how it's going to happen. And then the next thing I'm a little disappointed about is the fact that you cannot walk around backstage during My Rise. I don't know why they refuse to add in walking around. I don't know if it's like they just can't get to work, or if they want to keep it exclusive to the island mode, because that's a big feature for the island mode, is just walking around and having fun. But I feel like they could do it for both modes. It would excel each mode tremendously. There's a lot of people online that are like, I don't like looking at my phone. We talked about this in your video. It's literally just menu hell. Like, I don't know if it's a way to just get you through the mode faster. I don't know if that's how they like telling the story, but I want to be able to walk around. They could add in collectibles. They can add all sorts of stuff, like little Easter eggs, like, oh, here's Undertaker's urn, and then you could start a match with Undertaker and some crazy quasi thing in your head, and then you snap out of it, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what just happened? And they could do cool stuff like that if they wanted to go the extra mile. I think they're saving that basically for the island mode, because they kind of did that a little bit in the island mode last year. And then the next thing I'm a little disappointed about is, even though they added a ton of stuff to Universe mode, it just feels like without the proper promos, without the show intros, I was really hoping show intros would come back. I don't know. Correct me in the comments, in the comments, and you, Mr. Dubs. Did they make it to where it has a show opener for when you watch the show, or no? Because I saw someone post that, and I'm like, is that a thing? It's like, so when you go to watch show, I think it has the opener, right? But then if you go to play the show, it doesn't. So is that a thing, or am I?
So what? No, what I think what people are confusing is they said they've added themes that you
Okay.
can put for each show. So like if it's Raw, SmackDown, your own show, whatever, you can have theme music
Okay.
that what you can choose when to play it. So like at the beginning of your show, it can play your like show intro, your intro theme, right? And it can play but like between matches at like whatever screens or whatever, you can have it set to do that. Same with like the transitions that you use. Like if you're using the classic Raw transition from one scene to the next or whatever. And you can choose if you want the intro theme on or off, or on at the beginning, on throughout, or only at the beginning or whatever. So they've given you customizability with that. But for like a big pyro explosion thing, like at the beginning of a show, they don't do that on the real show anymore. So I just don't think they're bringing that back. Like they have not announced that that's coming back. But as far as like a show intro, whether they have the announcers being like, "Welcome to Corpus Christi," on Monday Night Raw, I don't know if we're getting that. That I'm not sure about.
I feel like that'd be a little cherry on top if they added it. But yeah, not having the normal show intros is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So those are the things that disappointed me. That's things that disappointed Mr. Dubs. What are the things that disappointed you? Comment down below. And as always, like and subscribe. And Mr. Dubs, before we leave, where can they find you one more time?
You can find me at Mr. Dubs on YouTube and at Mr. Dubs 86 on X, and I'm sure links will be down in the description down below for you guys.
Yep. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us today. And as always, stay frosty.